Welcome everyone. Hail to my fellow Selvan citizens. I am the prophet of Pagulane. Come, join me by the fire. Sit a while and hear a thrilling and dramatic tale like no other. Walk the path with me amongst the gods of old in each chapter of Book 1, Fall of Immortals. Chapter 16 Drills Sergeant Wisdom. Concluding a long journey across the supercontinent, the Acolytes of Dawn had reached the foot of the Heavenly Mountain. The many weeks had turned into months as they endured changing, harsh, and frigid weather. The jungles and desert besieged them with wild beasts, predators, and chimeras, each of which was brought down efficiently by their cohesive assault. Athena, goddess of wisdom, monitored their progress from heaven, observing them closely. The battle prowess, technique, and teamwork they displayed was superb, with each victory. Their waging of war is impressive if compared to a demigod. No, unless I'm mistaken, their individual skills would be on par with a minor god of war. Athena thought to herself while watching the acolytes approach Mount Olympus. The priestess would make fair competition for either Artemis or Apollo, and their mage, although arrogant, has a mastery over the elements that only a few mortals have achieved. His understanding of primordial magic is not to be underestimated, she pondered. At the base of Olympus, the acolytes came across a gate, and guarding the entrance was not some colossus or giant sentinel, but surprisingly the acolytes were met by 4 beautiful maidens. One maiden had long white hair, frosty blue eyes, dark blue lips, and pale skin. She held up a flower, froze it with her puckered breath, and pinned it on her dress of snowflakes. Beside her sat her sister, eyes as green as the meadow. She wore a mahogany dress and had hair the color of maple leaves before they fell from their branches. Across them stood the other 2 sisters, one of which had long hair made of red flames. Her eyes were orange like citrine, and her skin was yellow like ripe mangoes. The 4th sister was also unique. Her hair was scarlet red, and a long, rose-bush dress covered her lush brown skin. The vine sewing in her dress barely contained her bountiful breast. If this is the place we're looking for, so far, I'm not disappointed, Alum whispered to Idris. Both groups stared at one another before the Maiden of Summer asked, "Who are you to approach the gate to heaven?" To which Damok answered, "We are the Acolytes of Dawn, and have come to ally with those beyond the gate." The 4 maidens stood side by side in front of the large stone gate. The giant doorway appeared to be carved into the stone, faced with fine craftsmanship. Etchings of the ruling Olympians battling in the Titanomachy filled the surface of the gate from top to bottom. "We are the Horai, Sisterhood of the Seasons, and only the gods are allowed to pass through Heaven's Gate," declared Winter. "We have come a long way to be here at the behest of your master. Allow us entry. We will not turn back," Damok responded. "Very well," said the 4 Seasons. The wind twisted around the area like a cyclone. Leaves sliced through the air while water and ice battered the road-weary acolytes. In the midst of the chaotic weather, the 4 sisters transformed into armored titans. They each grew to a size of pillars and drew their weapons. Damon called out to his acolytes, "To arms!" The acolytes of Dawn braced for a challenging battle and what appeared to be yet another trial on their unyielding quest. Then suddenly, like a star, Athena descended from the sky. The impact cleared away a torrent of wind and elemental debris which twisted around the gate. Calm yourselves. All stand down, Athena bellowed. Her voice echoed with the force of war, and the Horai then regressed to their former countenance. Addressing the Horai, she elaborated. These are guests of the highest, and are to receive the hospitality of His Majesty. The Four Seasons bowed to wisdom and opened the gates as commanded. As the surface peeled off the stone face, it revealed a warp of cosmic energy swirling around the gate entrance. Welcome, acolytes. I am Athena. I have come to bring you before His Majesty and the ruling council of Olympus, Athena said to the acolytes. Her beauty and charisma evoked Quasi to break his usual silence. She is tall. Maybe Olum was right, Quasi stated beneath his breath with infatuation. The honor is ours, Athena. My name is Demuk, and I command the elite warriors you see with me, he replied. I am aware. Since my brother came to you, I have observed your expedition here. You are quite the distinguished group of fighters, Athena added. Let's see if I have your names right. Amina, Mansa, Kwasi, Akan, Idris, Zariah, Tahak, and the Loon. Tiny Wings carried a small light in front of Athena's nose. Excuse me. Haven't you forgotten someone important? Nefertari asked, annoyed. Oh, my apologies. How could I forget your little fairy companion? Nefertari, of course. They would be upside down if it weren't for you, Athena said with a cheek-to-cheek smile. Now, follow me so you can rest from your arduous travels, she added as Athena then led the acolytes through the divine gate. The portal doorway brought them to a hallway lit with braziers that never extinguish, and they followed the goddess of wisdom into the courtyard, where the splendor and beauty of heaven overtook their senses. The acolytes witnessed the deference and respect the other gods showed to Athena as they passed in the corridors, continuing up to their arrival at the garden's fountain. Your home is magnificent. It brings back memories of our world, though nothing will ever compare to one's place of origin, said Mansa. Where are the lot of you from anyway? Asked Athena. They are the denizens of Ethrop, a world adjacent to the fairy realm, Nefertari explained, floating over Mansa's shoulder. Is that so? Fascinating. I take it that the zealot known as Zaldin is also from this world, Athena asked. That is correct. He was once a part of our order as an elite general, though that was when he was someone else. I cannot speak to the being he has become now, Demuk answered. Very well. The council will certainly find any details you have to share vital. Wait here and rest. I will call an assembly of the Olympian Council. You will be notified once it is time to present you to them. Until then, eat and bask in leisure, Athena said as she then departed for the central hall. Akan plucked fruit from the bushes in the garden, and Dahak quenched his thirst from the fountain. As the acolytes partook of heaven's bounty, more grew or flowed to replenish what was taken. The acolytes were impressed with the domain of the divine. However, no marvel could compare to the mithril palace. Passing the time, the acolytes observed how the Olympian pantheon lived in their domain. Their divine children ran the halls of heaven and played games throughout the gardens without care. They will never know sickness, hunger, or any other plague suffered by the youth which spins on the mortal coil. Many faces gazed at the strange visitors, while lounging in the courtyard garden, though none with malice. The children peered at them from behind the bushes with playful curiosity, and nymphs brought the acolytes cups of wine from the cask of Dionysus. The sound of small wings flapping caught their cups half full as Mercury suddenly appeared before the honored guests. "Greetings and welcome, acolytes. It is a pleasure to see you again," said the messenger of the gods. "The Olympians have assembled and are awaiting you all within the central hall. This way, please." Turning their glasses up, the acolytes walked single file behind their commander as Mercury escorted them to the throne room, where they stood before the ruling 12 Olympian gods. "My king and queen, my fellow lords and ladies, I present to you the acolytes of dawn. Acolytes, you have the distinct privilege of addressing the court of Olympus," Hermes announced. He then floated over to his throne with his winged sandals and joined his seated peers. "Whomever among you that would represent your company and address the sovereignty within this inner sanctum, step forward," said Athena as she rose from her throne. "I, d.g., first general of the Omni King's army and commander of these acolytes of dawn, will speak on their behalf," d.g. proclaimed. He then stepped forward and stopped in the center beside Athena. They stood between the 10 thrones where the gods peered through the clouds and observed the earth. "You have proven yourselves worthy of an audience by surviving the perilous journey thus far," spoke the lightning wielder. The vibration of his voice trembled d.g.'s armor. "We are grateful and appreciate your hospitality after welcoming us to your glorious home," replied d.g. "You all are my honored guests, and in return, we would like you to enlighten us on the enemy we consequently share," Zeus continued. "I would like to offer something else in addition, if you would permit it, Your Highness." d.g. gripped his fist optimistically as he made the proposal. "I offer an alliance between us to defeat our shared enemy. As you have said, we have proven ourselves worthy. We are familiar with the adversary and have been purposed with his elimination." Shogun of the Heavens Book 1 is available on Amazon and Amazon Kindle or for order at your local Barnes & Noble's bookstore. The Amazon link to purchase the book is in the description of the video. Behold, as we all dive into the world of myths and fiction. Book 2, The Throne Crusher, is still set to be released on December 9th, 2024. This installment changes the tempo of the story, allowing us to go deeper into popular role characters who will now step to the forefront of this epic tale. On this channel, we will be providing you a series of samples read from the Shogun of the Heavens book series and complemented by visuals from the story as envisioned by the author. Please like and share the video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Then, while you're at it, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where you can compare our competing galleries of artworks brought to life from the story. Thank you.